All right. Lesson number 9, undirected passion won't lead to purpose. This sounds very, very profound, and I'm not quite sure I understand this. So I'm going to need you to just walk me through this.
Yeah. People often say they need purpose and meaning in their lives, whether it's in their work or otherwise.
Mhm.
There's a phrase that God put eternity in the hearts of man. And I think we desire to have some meaning. So we desire to have etched our names somewhere for something good. That's probably how graffiti happens, or probably how people with donations put their name on a university or hospital building or something like that, because people desire to be recognized for meaning or for purpose. But the way you find purpose, it's at the intersection of opportunity and passion, but not just any passion, not just selfish passion, not just romantic passion. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about passion where you start with your values. So the 3 steps are: you establish what your values are. That leads you to understand what you're truly passionate about. So the values drive your passion, and then your passion, where it intersects, where it overlaps with an opportunity that comes your way, that's where you find meaning. That's where you can plow your energy. That's where it doesn't feel like it's hard work. It feels like you're in the flow. All these phrases people have are in that sweet spot where your passion meets the opportunity that you have. And that sweet spot, that meaning, that purpose is almost the ultimate reward. It's almost what people live for, whether they recognize it or not.
And how do you distinguish the difference between something that you like the idea of, something that you think you're passionate about, versus something that you're truly passionate about? I know you mentioned something about values.
It's about being honest with yourself. Is my passion fast cars? Yeah, maybe, but it's hard to see how you could turn that into purpose. Is my passion about helping people? Is my passion about working in a team? Is my passion about seeing helpless animals have a voice? Is my passion about art and the beauty of creation? And that comes from not so much experience and wisdom, but just practice. Like, where do I get butterflies? When I see something or hear something or come across somebody who's got this job, I go, oh man, I want that job. How do I get that job? Right. That's when the butterflies happen. And that's the trigger for this passion, that it's not just a passing lust, or it's not, I want to be famous passion. This is a passion that this meets something deep inside me that I wasn't aware of, but it lights it up. It does something about electrifying it. So it's just practicing, recognizing the butterflies that you get, and then trying to articulate what that means. Your values and strengths is all about self-awareness, and that those values drive your passion. So my value might be the dignity of all life. That drives the desire to help helpless animals, or to stop the slaughter of animals, or become a vegetarian, or whatever that is. That passion leads from the core value that you have. And then the passion, when you have the opportunity to do something with it, that becomes purpose and meaning.
It takes me a long time to actually understand what my deep embedded passion actually is. When I was young, I tend to fall in love with certain ideas. I love the idea of being important, influential, powerful. I love the idea of being rich, wealthy. I love the idea of being famous. I thought I was passionate about all these things. But over time, as you grow, you realize that there are certain things which are much more intrinsic to your core. And all these things that I thought I was passionate about, I just like the idea of it. It wasn't something that was intrinsic or core. Is it something that is revealed to you over time as you accumulate the gray hairs?
It's okay to find passion and meaning in different stages of your life that look different. Student protesters need to be passionate about injustice.
Hmm.
And you may become a human rights lawyer, or you may go do something totally different down the track, but that's okay. That moment, your passion is valid and it's based off a core value, and you have an opportunity to do something about it. Do it.
Hmm.
I think all your values and your passions get refined over time. That's not to undermine the importance of early day passions. As you become more aware of your character, more aware of your values, it just becomes refined. So, for example, my passion is about using capital to save the world, to employ money in a way that would delight God, all of that. But I can see how each of the skills and experiences had led to the point where it's not going to be until next year or this year when I'm 63 that I'm going to start a company that specifically does that. I've been around the edges of it, but as I grow, the passion becomes more in focus and the opportunity becomes, opportunities are often time bound. Like this opportunity wasn't around 10 years ago, 15 years ago. It's now the perfect opportunity for me to do it. And that allowed me to step into the next chapter of meaning and purpose for me.
So from what I'm hearing, whatever stage of life it is and whatever values that you have at that particular stage of life, so long as you're pursuing what is congruent with your values at the time, you will find that purpose, you will find that fulfillment.
I think that's a great way of saying it.